Hello dear followers of BS Academy channel. I'm very happy to be here with another video for you. Today we're going to take a few trades together on the quotex broker chart and analyze each of them to understand the reasons behind these trades. Look friends, here I have drawn an ascending channel, meaning we see two upward trend lines, one connecting the lows and one connecting the highs. Let me explain something here. Since we are looking at the market's past, we can't immediately trade on it, but in the future, as I continue explaining, a suitable opportunity might present itself, and we can draw it as well. Look at this channel here. The lows are drawn, and the highs are drawn too. There have been several touches on the top of our channel, and now there's also been a fake breakout, which we'll disregard for now. The channel has been broken here, meaning the top was broken. On the pullback, as I explained in a previous video, when a line is broken, whether it's a trend line, support or resistance, we can use the pullback, especially during the first touch, to enter a trade. You can see that this happened beautifully here. The candles came up to this point, then pulled back and touched our previous trend line that was broken, and then went back up. So this was the first point where we could have taken a successful and good trade during this time. On the pullback, it was broken again here, and the candles came down, reaching the bottom of our channel or our lower ascending trend line. Again, there was a touch at this point. Let me zoom in on the video a bit. I think it'll be easier to see. Look at how this candle closed here. The red candle came down and the wick touched our trend line exactly but couldn't break through. It closed right on our trend line, and afterward we see a green candle, meaning that we could have entered a buy trade at the start of this candle. This could have been our second successful trade because here the trend is ascending. You see, both our first trade here was a buy in the direction of the trend, and our second trade could also have been a successful buy in the direction of the trend. We try to reduce and lower our risk as much as possible. It's a simple but very important point. If you always try to trade in the direction of the trend, your chances of loss will significantly decrease. Again, we see the movement up to the top of the channel. Here, the wick of this candle also touched the top of our channel and then came back down. You could trade here too, but if you want to minimize risk, it's better to trade in the direction of the trend. On the pullback, we see that the same thing happened again. The wick touched and then reversed. Let's disregard these two. Again on the pullback, we see that this red candle came down with a strong body near our trend line, but closed without even the wick touching. When there's no contact here, it's better to wait for the next candle to form. Here we see that this really could have been an excellent trade for us. Look, we have a hammer candle here with the body closing on our trend line, and there's also a great rejection from this line. This was truly exceptional, and we could have placed a trade with a very high degree of confidence on the next candle, as this itself is a strong signal for us. So here we could have taken another trade. Look, in this part of the chart, we could have already taken 3 very solid trades with very low risk. The first one was here, the second and the third. We're ignoring these two. The candles touched the top of the channel again, and we see another reversal. Let's ignore this one as well. The point I want to explain and discuss today is exactly this, friends. You see, the trend line has been broken here. When the trend line is broken, it doesn't mean our work with it is over and our trend is gradually turning bearish. We wait here, and if in the future, for example, a reversal occurs from here, like this, or maybe later, at the first touch with our trend line, we can make a successful trade again on the pullback. Because here you can see that the trend is starting to turn downward. Look friends, if we consider this as a high and take this as our low, we see that the high has come down and the low has come down as well. So our trend is turning bearish, and we can easily make a successful trade on the pullback, provided that it reaches this point. Alright, that was an educational point that I thought was worth mentioning. Now we'll go over the chart together, find a trade, execute it, and I'll analyze it for you. Look friends, Here we had an SNR level that the candles have reacted to twice already. This time it's the third touch, and now we see again that this candle is reacting to it. If it closes like this, we can take a buy trade. I've opened the trade here, and we'll wait together to see the result. In the meantime, I'll explain it once again as we go along. We had an SNR zone here. Let me mark it like this for better visibility. Here, we consider this our SNR zone. The candles reached it, reacted, and reversed. The same thing happened again. The market went up, and then on the pullback, you see, this was the third touch. On the fourth touch, we took a buy trade, which is almost coming to an end now, and we managed to make a good profit.
To easily and freely register with the Quotex broker, click on the link in the video description.
Look friends, once again we see the strategy I explained earlier. The one I emphasize is extremely effective, showing itself here. Look, here is our SNR, and here's our trend line. As I mentioned before, when an SNR line and a trend line intersect, their point of intersection can be a very powerful zone. You see exactly here, the trend line and the SNR converged, and we see a reversal occurring at both points close to each other, and the trend has gone up to this point. So, as we take trades one by one, I try to share with you all the points that come to my mind, even if they're related to my previous videos. Alright friends, please pay attention here. While I was busy analyzing and drawing these lines, I missed this opportunity a bit, but I still want to explain it. Look at this yellow line. We have a descending trend line drawn from the highs or peaks. It came down here and was broken, so for now, just focus on this one. It was broken and then pulled back. You see, on the first touch, we had a pullback here again, and we could have taken a trade on that first contact. This is exactly what I explained about the trend line at the beginning of the video. The same thing happened here again. It then reversed again, and eventually our trend line was broken here. Alright, when this happened, you see that on the pullback, this green candle closed right on the trend line. It couldn't break it, and we had a pullback. Even after the breakout, this happened again, and once more we see that the trend line was broken, and then on the pullback, it reversed again. See how beautifully they work. If you understand the market and get to know it well, you can make many successful trades from such opportunities. The important thing is to have patience. You should never rush into trading. Now, look at this one. We even consider this short-term descending trend line, where the two peaks are connected. It was broken here, exactly like before. If this candle had reached it, we could have profited from the pullback. Again, where these two lines intersected, it created a powerful point for us. Here we could have taken a sell trade from the convergence of these two trend lines, and after it broke, we could have used the pullback to our advantage. Now regarding this second line, there's a bit of distance, and the first one has more validity. It touched and reversed at the first one. However, often these two are very close to each other, or the rejection extends lower. In such a situation, we have a good opportunity for a buy trade. I opened the trade, but I acted a bit late, and the price went up a bit. I should have opened the trade right at the start of this candle. It went a bit higher, but it's fine. We can see that the bearish candles came down to the bottom of our ascending channel, and from here we expect to see a green candle and the beginning of an upward movement. Alright, as you saw, even though I opened my trade a bit late and didn't enter at the best point, our trade was successful. Look guys, here we can clearly see the candles, and one by one we notice that the bodies have weakened, and we see the wicks. This red candle closed exactly on our trend line, with a lower rejection and a long wick at the top. Certainly after this, given that our trend is also ascending and this is the bottom of our channel, we're likely to see an upward trend, and this was a successful trade that we managed to take. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I shared some very simple points, but these are very important things that you should definitely use in your trades. Pay attention to them, and if you do, I'm sure you can save a significant portion of your losses and make many successful trades.
Dear friends, to make sure you don't miss any of our videos, please subscribe to the BS Academy channel. Also, activate the notification bell so that you are informed as soon as we publish new videos. Thank you for your support.